What's up guys? Welcome to our Able Carry daily backpack review. When I opened this package, I was like, wait, this is an independent backpack company based in Hong Kong. And it's a backpack that doesn't have like a top front pocket. It doesn't have a designated water bottle storage. It doesn't have a tech compartment. Is this thing like revolutionary or does it suck? Welcome to Nomads Nation. I'm Aaron, he's Tab. We do the best backpack reviews on the web. This review is split into different sections so you can jump to the part that interests you the most. And if you dig backpacks, hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell. Let's talk about this guy. We're gonna do this review a bit differently. We're gonna actually start with the overall pros and the cons. So then you can get the good stuff right away. And then if you need a little bit more of a thorough description, you can watch the rest of the review and listen to us tear this thing apart. Let's talk about the pros. Pro number one is gonna be the kind of insane value you get for this guy. It's a fairly cheap price, especially considering all the amazing design and features and materials that you're getting with it. Pro number two is going to be this front angled pocket right here. And pro number three is going to be this cone-like shape because aesthetically, I think that it looks quite tight. But functionally, it also means that all your stuff is going to drop to the bottom and it's a nice tight fit and an easy to use experience and it just works really seamlessly. But let's talk about some of the cons. Con number one is going to be the semi-inaccessible keyring solution. Con number two is going to be the overdose of external lash points. And con number three is going to be a sternum strap stowaway situation that we could not for the life of us figure out. You still here? Perfect. That means you like this video, so hit the like button and let's roll into the next part of this review. We're gonna start with the specs of the Able Carry daily backpack. It's 20-liter capacity, which is ideal for everyday carry. It comes in a lot of different color options, but sometimes certain colors are not available. As of right now, it's available in the blue. There's also a black, a camo, and a tan. Please note though, different colors are different external materials. We'll talk about that in the next section. The weight is 0.9 kg or 2.1 pounds, and the price will vary from around 110 US dollars to 150 US dollars, depending on the color and material that you pick. Okay, now next up, let's talk about the style of the Able Carry daily backpack. Style is super important. It's like, whatever this backpack style is, ouch. That's what it says about you, that hurt. And overall, I think the style of this backpack is quite interesting. It's definitely got urban vibes without being too techy. It wouldn't be completely bizarre to see somebody hiking a mountain with this. But the urban design actually has like a quirkiness to it, sort of wider at the bottom and like this cone-like shape as it comes to a point at the top. And it's the same from the side view. But overall, I think it looks very smart. It has character to it while also being subtle. And one interesting thing about the style you'll notice with this backpack is there's a lot of things that are sort of off center. You can see right here, you've got these external lash points that are not mirrored on the other side. And then also this front slash compartment actually comes in at an angle. It's like a Picasso painting. This is cubism at its finest. And I dig it. Okay, now let's talk about some of the materials on the Able Carry daily backpack. Let's start with the exterior material, and it's the most important. It defines the entire look and character of the pack. With this guy, you got two options. Option number one is going to be an X-Pack material. Option number two is Cordura. Let's talk about X-Pack. X-Pack is the same material that sailboats use for their sailcloth. It's multi-layered, it's water resistant, and do you see these designs, these lines right here? It's not just a style choice, that is to help stop any rips. You could literally stab this guy with a knife right now, try to drag it, and I don't know how effective it would be, but it's just a strong material. The other option is gonna be Cordura 1000D nylon. It's not gonna be quite as durable, but it will have a smoother sort of a look to it. Moving on, we've got PU-coated YKK zips. And for the internal materials, we also have a ripstop nylon. As you can see, like all these lines right here, that is classic ripstop material. And it's got a really nice shine to it. Really premium look. Okay, that's about it with materials. Now let's chat about the comfort. And overall, I give this backpack a very high score for its comfort. Comfort comes down to two things: shoulder straps and back panel. So we got a really nice cushiony to it. It feels more cushiony when you're actually wearing it. And there's a nice width to it as well. And it sort of tapers off. It goes wider to skinnier down at the bottom. And that really adds a little bit extra comfort to it. They don't rub those nips. And then with the back panel, there's two things you want from a back panel. You want padding and ventilation. I'd say the padding on this guy is pretty good, not too dense. And for the ventilation, we've got this EVA mold cut right here, which really helps get a little bit of extra airflow to your back. Touching this feels good, almost as good as hitting the like button feels. Okay, now let's talk about the front of this backpack. We got a few things to discuss here. We've got some external lash points, the dominant X-Pack material, a nifty front access pocket here, the one that's on that angle, and very subtle branding. Let's start with the branding. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like a big ass logo on your backpack, think like, Supreme or Adidas, and you like something more subtle, then the branding used for Able Carry right here, just this little tab right there, is really, it's a nice little touch. So the X-Pack material really dominates the characteristics of the front. It gives it kind of a wrinkly sort of a look. And if you're not really into like these lines as they sort of cut through the bag, then it might not be the right material for you. Maybe look into the Cordura instead. All right, let's talk about these lash points. We got a lot of lash points. Let me give this a little reach around real fast. We got some lash points here, okay? And we got some lash points on the bottom as well as on the other side. And all the lash points serve different functions. This lash point right here is marketed as a good spot for your shoes, but the picture on the Able Carry website actually also shows it with a bike lock. So if you're a cyclist, this is the perfect shape for a bike lock, which is awesome if you cycle. These bottom lash points here, yet again, you can maybe tie your shoes together, let them dangle down. You can also clip a carabiner on, and basically the same gist coming over to the side as well. And the last point on the front is arguably my favorite part about this pack, is this angled quick access front pocket. It's YKK PU coated zipper, and it's got a real high pitch zip to it. It's really satisfying. And then when you get inside, it's really just a big old pocket. It uses the same interior ripstop nylon, so it's durable. And there's no really additional organization in there. It's just kind of a throw all. So I got like my phone in there, some pods for my vape, my Bluetooth headphones, and then we have a keyring solution at the top as well. Here's why this pocket's so awesome. You're walking around with your bag like, oh, I wanna check my phone. You slide this around, 1, 2, 3. You never had to take the bag off to access what is in this pocket. I love this. The less touch points and movements that I have to make to access my gear, the better. And I love how they designed it on that angle because it keeps it level. It'll always be pointing down, and it's just easier to access that way. Easily one of the coolest design points of this backpack. But while I'm a huge fan of the design of this pocket, I don't love the keyring solution as much. Reason being, while it's quick to access, it's located really at the top. You don't get a lot of grabbing room, and like to undo it, you gotta like double hand it. Like you're not gonna really wanna undo your door like this. It's kind of tough, so you gotta kind of pop it out a little bit. It's still a better solution than 80% of backpacks out there. If this thing was just on a magnet, I'd pay the extra $5-10 Able Carry, because then I just pop it off and pop it back on. I mean, then this whole pocket would be a masterpiece. Next up, let's talk about the middle. Couple bullet points. We've got a few more external lash points, a comfy top handle, some sweet ass zipper pulls, and all the features and organizations of the main compartment. Let's talk about it. Starting off with the lash points, just kind of one cool one that I like though is this. This is marketed as a lash point that's good for a lock. In essence though, you would bring both zippers down here, add the lock your zips into place, you're extra secure. On the top, we've got this juicy top handle. It's got a really nice padding to it, not too dense, sort of like a jelly feel to it. Very comfy. Let's get into the main compartment where all the magic happens. But before we do, a quick note about these zipper pulls. Big fan of these because you can do something you can't do on a lot of other backpacks, and that's one finger them. I think it adds a nice aesthetic component, but really that functionality of being able to use just one finger to get in and out of your backpack is a game changer. All right, jumping in. I've packed out a few things in here. I've got my sweater, water bottle, tech pouch. Let's start here though. Not on this exact water bottle, but about the water bottle and the fact that this backpack made a bold decision as to where there's no designated water bottle container. And this is gonna really some people off. And I get it. I'm somebody who likes to travel with a water bottle all the time. But the lack of a dedicated compartment doesn't really anger me that much because I can just carry it in here. Let's talk about this side. One really cool innovation here is a sunglasses pocket. I quite like this. If you keep your sunglasses in a case, it's not gonna fit, but if you're just like me and you have a cheap pair of fake ass Ray-Bans and you just wanna throw them in there, it's nice, it's tight, it's secure. Big fan. And it should be noted you could also fit other things in this pocket. Moving on over here, we have another pocket, zipper access. Really basic, no internal organization in there. I just like to keep things like gum, hand sanitizer, some mints. And moving on to the flip side, we'll start with this mesh compartment right here. Not the greatest mesh in the game, a little bit of elasticity to it, but not quite as silky and stretchy as I prefer, but I've definitely felt worse mesh in my life. And mesh is awesome for a pocket because you can actually see what is inside of it. What's inside of here? I have no idea. What's inside of here? Well, nothing right now, but if there was something in there, I'd tell you because you can see through mesh. Before I head north, let's head south and actually talk about the bottom of this bag. And there's actually a ton of stuff and capacity that you can fit in there. Like I said, this bag has like a cone-like shape. So the bottom has a ton of width to it, which means you can throw bulkier objects in the bottom and it fills up quite nicely. And then you can throw the stuff that you need quicker access to on the top because, you know, gravity. And then moving a little bit north, we've got the laptop sleeve. This guy is large enough to fit most 15-inch laptops, and it can fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Let's test it with the Beast. So in theory, the Beast should not fit because it's 17-inch widescreen, right? So it should not fit. Let's see. Oh my God. No effing way. It fits the Beast. That's crazy, dude. It says up to 15 or 16-inch, but our widescreen 17 fit with even a tiny little bit of room to spare. And if you got something like a smaller MacBook 13-inch, it's gonna be a real easy fit. You could probably fit a few other things in there, pop a notebook in there, maybe a tablet with a case on it. A lot of room to spare. It should be noted, and when it comes to this laptop compartment, I think that it's good, but there's a few things you should be aware of. Number one is it's not advertised to have a false bottom. So there's definitely some sort of like dense padding with it, but it's not like a true false bottom where it's like this far from the bottom of the pack. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, some people are not gonna like the fact that there's no Velcro or magnetic strap here to sort of create an extra sense of security with your laptop. For me, though, that's not as big of a problem because with the design of this pack with it on the back panel, your backpack is not gonna be flying all over the place. It will be fairly secure. I don't think you need the Velcro, but let me know in the comments below. Do you think there should be some sort of Velcro or magnetic strap there to keep it in place? I'd love to hear what you have to say. It's time for the back of the pack. Let's start with this quick access zipper right here. PU coated, easy access. A nice amount of depth to it. It goes to right about here. No other internal organization. X-Pack, ripstop nylon materials. Annoying though, the zipper pull isn't as loopy as the other ones. See how little this one is? So little loop. The straps, we mentioned the comfort earlier. I personally find them to be really well padded and very soft. Tab wasn't as quite as impressed, but the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. We've got a sternum strap right here. Let me show you something about the sternum strap, because Able Carry is like, oh, we got a sternum strap, and it can totally do sternum strap things. But if you don't want it to do sternum strap things, you can stow it away. And I have to call them out on their bullshit there, because this stowage system is not that awesome. I mean, it's okay. How does that look? Like, I stowed it. It's okay. Tab, how does it look?
It looks like it's gonna fall out.
And you know what? It fell out. I don't know, maybe we're doing something wrong, but Able Carry didn't really tell us how to do it on the website, so it's not very clear, and it's a counterintuitive user experience. But I will say, while the stowage thing, I think kind of sucks, I do like the look that it gives, because often you'll see this with the sternum straps, and this just looks like cheapness. But this is actually nice and clean. So if you keep the sternum straps on, I like the look, and if you take it off, you're not gonna have some nylon band and a buckle just kind of sticking out. You just pop it off and it gives it definitely a cleaner look, but the stowaway system, I didn't get it. Moving south, we've got the dangle stoppers here. Always appreciated, sir. Thank you for your service. Decent nylon webbing. The back panel we basically talked about in detail. I find the comfort to be good. The back foam panel helps to provide a little bit of structure. And yet again, we have Able Carry's subtle branding that is on the front right here on the strap as well. Super discreet, but it looks clean. And then yet again, with the external lash points, we have one kind of creeping out over here. Yet again, I'm not much of a lashy kind of a guy. Am I missing out? Should I like be clipping things onto this guy everywhere? Let me know in the comments if I should revolutionize my carry lifestyle, because I do not ever use these things. Let's talk about who the Able Carry daily backpack is for and who can take a pass on it. I think that this is the everyday carry backpack of your dreams. If you're looking for a minimalist EDC, that is extremely durable. This bag is basically completely made of ripstop nylon materials, from the inside to the outside. And take that like in contrast to the Bellroy Plus backpack that we reviewed, where we got some people saying that it started to fray after a few years. You're not gonna have to worry about that with this guy. If that sounds like you, and you're like, dude, this is totally my EDC, and you're gonna make a purchase, please use the first link in the description. It just makes sure that you get the best price and helps to support our channel. This is also a great EDC for you if you carry heavier gear. Two reasons for this. One, the cone shape, heavier stuff falls to the bottom, so it's a nice even distribution on your back. And two, you've got these shoulder straps right here, which are a little bit wider and have a really nice comfy padding to them. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, please use the first link in the description. And finally, we think this is gonna be a perfect EDC for you if you're a cyclist. Two reasons. One, designated bike lock external lash points. And two, there's like a semi-aerodynamic design to it. And it is also weather resistant, not weatherproof, important to know the difference, but if you do get caught in like a light little shower, this guy should hold up just fine. If that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, please use the link in the description. Let's talk about who we think can take a pass on this guy though. First off, this is not the everyday carry for you if you are a photographer. If you carry a lot of DSLR gear around, sure, it can fit in here, but there are backpacks that are specifically designed for your photography lifestyle. If that sounds like you, check the links below. We've got some reviews there to other backpacks that are more photographer friendly. This is also not gonna be the pack for you if you're looking for like an EDC that is like the tech carry pack of your dreams. This guy is pretty minimalist, and yeah, you can carry your tech stuff. You can put a laptop and like a tech pouch with some of your tech gear in there. But if you're looking for something that has like a really padded laptop experience and like a little spot for all of your tech gear and like your mouse and your keyboard, there are better options than this. Check the links below. We'll link you up to a great review. And finally, we don't think this bag is for you if you're looking for an everyday carry that's a little bit more feature heavy and has tons of organization. If you're looking for a ton of pockets and like magnetic hardware and like hidden compartments, like all that cool stuff that I really like, then check out the description. I got a backpack down there that's gonna be awesome for you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching our Able Carry Daily Backpack Review. If you're still here, please, I got a quick favor. We've just spent a lot of time together, and it means that you probably found this review useful. So all that I ask is to take your thumb or your mouse and just click that like button. It means a lot to us, and it goes a long way for getting more exposure to our channel. And finally, if you do have any questions, let us know in the comments below. Or if you own this backpack, what do you think about it? Are we right about the sternum strap stowage system? Does it suck? Are we missing something? Do you think that the laptop compartment will be better with that little Velcro magnet thingy? Your comments will help other people decide whether or not this is the perfect backpack for them. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.